Claire from Stampin Squirrels, and today I'm using the hot dog stamp set, and I'm going to make something a little bit different with it because I'm going to do a little get well card, because I think sometimes it can be quite nice to make a little optimistic get well card, and the lovely little hot dog set has a get well soon in it, and I just thought instead of a birthday, well, you could use this for birthdays as well. So let me show you the card first. So here's the card I've made. So we've got a get well soon, I've got lots of angles, a cute little hot dog with a little extra blanket to keep him warm and toasty, and some balloons, which I then also, so you can see how you could also make it into a birthday card if you wish to. And there we go. So let's get making. First of all, I'm going to just talk to you about the colours I'm going to use. So I've decided, because I wanted to make it a bit more of an optimistic card, and sorry, I'm rummaging for a pencil when I do this, which is not very good, but there we go. I wanted to use Highland Heather. So I've cut out my a basic white card base, and I'm going to do it as a horizontal card today. Okay, so I've done my fold with my bone folder. Now I've got a piece of Highland Heather cardstock. I like this. This is quite spring-like and it's quite bright, not overpowering though. And this piece of basic coloured card base is 14 centimetres by 9.5 centimetres. Now, one of the things I also wanted to do is to feature a piece of the Playing with Patterns paper. So for this hot dog, I'm using this one, but as you can see, the colours go really well. There are lots of different things with Playing with Patterns, so some of them are a bit more surprising, some of the backs, but this is one of those features. Now, what I'm aware of is that sometimes when you come to line a card up, it doesn't go very well. So sometimes I want to play around with that a bit. So today, as you'll have seen in my original card, I've done it at more of a jaunty angle, and this is deliberate because sometimes if you have trouble lining things up, if you deliberately misalign them and do it as a sort of jaunty angle, actually it detracts the eye from the fact that things aren't quite lining up how you might have planned. So as the pattern in this instance, as you can see from the pattern, those dotted lines are not straight. Some of them, they vary in terms of where they go and how they do. So I've already got a bit of an illusion going on in that sense. So I'm just going to add to that when I put mine together. So first of all, I'm going to glue up the back of my Playing with Patterns DSP and just put a little bit of glue around the edges with my Stampin' Seal so it's all nice and sticky. Now, I don't want the angle to be too jaunty, because if I take my card base and put my purple, so the purple's going to be straight, if you see what I mean. I'm not going to, don't worry, I'm not going to get, but if you do it too jaunty, you'll see that it sticks out over the edges of the purple, and it sticks out over the edges of the white card. So I'm just going to, oh, everything's falling over, just a moment, get that out of the way. I'm just going to slightly jaunt it, so to speak, so it just is a little bit more at an angle than it might normally be. There we go. Nothing hugely, and you think it's a bit odd, but that's absolutely fine, and it will look fine on the card as well. So, in some senses, you've got the card base ready to go, but I'm not going to stick this on right yet. Oh, actually I will do. Let's stick this on and get this right there. That's all done, and that's fine. Okay, so we'll just put this to one side, because now we're going to concentrate on the fun bit, which is the hot dog. So, I've got a piece of Whisper Wipe, and this time I'm using a standing up hot dog. As you can see, there he is in all his glory. So all you need to do is a nice pair of sharp scissors, and you're going to cut round just carefully. They're not difficult to cut, the lines are nice, there's no awkward corners. Just be a little bit careful with the tail, and you'll end up with, oh, I'm sorry, I've pre-done this because I think you don't need to see me cutting out a nice little hot dog. There he is. Now, the other thing that we had on the card was, I've decided for this card, because of the colours that are in the patterned paper, I'm going to use some Bumblebee and some gorgeous grape as my additional colours. So in the card colour, in the Playing with Patterns DSP, they use Purple Posy, but we know that the Purple Posy ink can be a bit unreliable. So I've gone with a darker purple, which is the gorgeous grape, as well as a Highland Heather, and also the Bumblebee. So what I did, I found in my scrap bag a piece of paper, and I'm going to show you just what I did here with this one. So I had a piece of paper, I'll show you in a minute the other side, but I'm going to use that for a blanket, because if you think about, I tend to think of hot dogs having, sausage dogs having blankets or little coats which are tartan, and I had a tiny bit of the leftover tartan. Now in the stamp set for the hot dog, you have this very unusual looking U-shaped stamp, and you can think of it and thinking, what the heck is that? And that, I'm pleased to tell you, is the hot dog blanket. All right, so what you just need to do is, again, take this U shape, a little bit of ink. Now I've done it so it's up against an edge. Then stamp it down, and there you are, and there's your blanket ready to go. All right, now in this instance I have already pre-stamped 2 blankets, 1 and a spare, onto some Bumblebee yellow scrap tartan I found. Now I'm just going to cut them out, really straightforward, and I'm just cutting along the outside edge of the inked shape. Now what you'll see is it doesn't completely match the curve of the back of the hot dog. So what we're going to do is we're going to stick our blanket on, and then we're just going to give him a little bit of a trim. So if you have the blanket too low, it's going all the way down to its stomach, which you don't want. So I just want to stick him up a little bit, all right? So we're just going to do, and this time I'm just going to use some Tombow glue, because I might want to have a bit of wiggle room with my blanket. And I'm also making sure that I really just glue up the bottom half of the blanket, because I don't want it to go everywhere. So 1 blanket, 1 hot dog, 1. Just pop that on there for a moment. Give me a little push down. I'm just going to turn my little dog over. Give me a little rub from the other side. A bit like a tummy rub for a dog, really, isn't it? And then, excuse me, just taking my paper snips. As you can see, and as you see, you can see the curve of the dog's back still against the shape. So what you're just going to do, and for goodness sake, don't cut the tail off. I have to say, I had a small hot dog earlier who had a little tail accident, so that's why I'm warning you about that one. My scissors just caught the edge of the tail when I was trimming the blanket, and we ended up in a slight pickle. There we go. And there you now have, I'm going to get that ink out of the way, I'm just always worried I'm going to stick my fingers in the ink and end up in a big pickle. 1 hot dog with blanket. So let's go back to our card. Now if you can see, my hot dog on the blanket is actually holding the balloons. So what we've got to now do is work out where the balloons are going to fall on our card. So I'm just going to put now the hot dog won't be standing on the dotted lines. He's going to be sort of floating, or you might find a line you do like. And I'm just going to note with a pencil underneath where the sort of centre of his head is. A little bit tricky, only because we want to make sure, what you want to make sure is that the line of the balloons is coming down through his mouth. So just take a moment to just look at where your mouth of your hot dog is. I'm still holding on to my little tail, so I'm just going to put a little pencil mark. There we go. So we can now see where the balloon is going to be. Now what we need to do first of all, because I've got 3 balloons we're going to be doing, and I've just realised I forgot to put the balloon, let me just get the balloon stamp out of the set. There we go. So I'm going to do 3 balloons that overlap, but the overlap cross bits of the balloon strings occur where the mouth area is. So let's ink up my first balloon, and don't worry, what's going to happen is you won't see the stamp sets, because you're going to overlay colours of balloons on top of these. There we go. So there's the 3 balloons stamped on to your card. Now, what I've then done is I've stamped the balloon again in Memento ink onto some scrap bits of my 3 colours that I want the balloons. And in this instance, they're Highland Heather, Gorgeous Grape, and Bumblebee. Now, all you're going to need to do is just take your moment. Now, first of all, I'm going to go straight across, get rid of the bit of the tail that I don't need. And then I'm just going, because you do want this end of the balloon bit to come and feature nicely. I just talk amongst yourselves for a minute when I just do this. And then you're going to want to go round your balloon. There's my balloons. Now, I've cut 2 balloons earlier, so you don't have the pain of watching me cut all 3 balloons. So there's my 3 balloons. Get that ink out of the way. Now, I'm just going to, okay, this is where the way you're going to position it can be quite helpful and quite forgiving. So I can see that my Gorgeous Grape balloon probably isn't as well cut as my Highland Heather balloon. So I'm going to put that one, so I'm going to hide because it will be covered over the bit that's not quite so well cut underneath it. And you can see you're just going to put them on there. So using the Tombow glue, just going to put a little couple of dots on the back, because you do want the ability to just wiggle it around while it's on the paper. That's 1. And then do the other one then on the left hand side. So it's the right and left ones are the ones you're doing and sticking down, okay? Don't stick the middle one down. I'll show you why in just a moment. So there's the second one. And if you like, you have the black silhouette as well. Now the middle one, what you're going to add is a little dimensional to that, and in this instance I'm doing it on Bumblebee. I'm just going to add a dimension on the back, and then that will mean that the balloon in the middle is proud of the other balloons and gives a better 3D effect. So line it up again. There we go. My slightly jaunty balloons. Okay, all ready to go. And the thing they're waiting for is a hot dog on dimensionals. Right, so there's my hot dog. Now here, don't forget, you're going to try and line up your hot dog. Probably best to hold it by the tail. So the mouth is holding the strings of the balloons. There he goes. Now, just to finish off my balloons, because you're making it into a Get Well card, I'm just going to put some Winkers Stella. It makes it go darker first, but don't forget it dries off, and then you end up with all the glittery loveliness all over your balloons. Okay, so you could leave your card like that, but as you can see, I'm going to do a little Get Well greeting. Now for this Get Well greeting, I'm just using Gorgeous Grape, and I've cut out this smooth oval from the new double oval punch. And I punched it out first because I'm going to do something with it, which is very unusual for me. For those of you that know me, know that sponging and I don't particularly do things very often, but I just thought, in this instance, I wanted to give it a bit of a lift. So I'm just inking up the lovely Get Well Soon sentiment from the hot dog set. I'm going to pop that on there. That's good. There we go, Get Well Soon. But in order to add some extra, I'm just going to put a little bit of the ink in the lid. No, when it plays ball. There we go, that's what I need, a tiny bit. And I, unusually, have got a bit of sponge. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sponge around the edges. So holding on very carefully, I'm just going to dip my sponge into the lid, just move the ink around a little bit so you've not got a huge deluge on it. And then I'm just going to literally just go around the edges just to give it a bit more definition. Pop it over and let's just pop a couple of dimensionals onto the back. And then finally, I've just got some of the champagne dimensionals because I thought it's nice to give it a bit of a lift. So let's just pop some of those on. And as always with my dimensionals, I try and do them in threes, so you have a slightly different take on them, so to speak. Okay, one could go around there. And the final one, I'm just going to do one of the little ones. Pop down there. There we go. So there's a hot dog get well card. Hope you've enjoyed making that, and there's some new techniques in there that you might have used, plus a few bits of how to use some scraps and some Wink of Stella. Thank you very much.